Remember when Fox News and Trump used to be like this? Well, Fox is now experimenting with a new business model that Fat Donnie doesn't like. See, it surrounds the idea of occasionally telling the truth.
The 44th President of the United States starting his speech fired up and ready to go. And the common refrain, yes, we can, changed into yes, she can.
He's not a fan.
This is the moment where you introduce a candidate to the American people. And if you do it successfully, as it's been done in 2008, as it was done in 2000, it carries you on to victory.
The Democratic convention is part of a continental shift where independents and Republicans are looking at Trump and seeing a chaotic, undisciplined future should this idiot once again somehow con his posse of junior high diplomas. But last night on Fox, it wasn't just Karl Rove who shed some light on this growing movement.
I think tonight, Barack Obama will not only rally Democrats here, but will start that introduction process for Kamala Harris. He's known her for over 20 years. She knocked on doors in Iowa for him before the caucus in 2007 and 8, before many Democrats did. He's been a real mentor to her. So I think tonight you'll start to see some of that introduction from a beloved figure in the Democratic Party who won 2 national presidential elections, start talking about her. You know, on issues like price gouging, I think that Democrats are frustrated that inflation has come down. But as inflation has come down, grocery prices and other things haven't come down at the same rate. And so how you talk about that to the American people, there are some companies who are taking advantage of this moment that didn't exist when President Trump was president. How they talk about that kind of economic issue is really important.
She's having a hard time because trying to explain economics to a Fox host is like watching Roseanne Barr do yoga. It's not pretty, but let me, if I may, explain why inflation shot up under Biden. For any Republicans watching, pay attention. Prices go up when demand exceeds supply. If you have the only lemonade stand during a heat wave, you can pretty much set your price. And that's what happened during the pandemic when the government gave more than $1 trillion to Americans affected by people staying in their homes and not buying things. That was the recession. When people finally started going out and spending that money after the vaccine, well, there wasn't enough of what people wanted and prices soared. And under Biden, the Fed raised interest rates to successfully slow down spending. But corporations selling valuable commodities like food and fuel didn't see a drop in demand because we have to eat and get places, so they gouged us. Now, Trump will slur and say gas prices went up. And they did, because no one was going anywhere in 2020.
I'm a better looking person than Kamala.
Now, in the past, Fox News would never voluntarily tell their listeners this for 2 reasons. 1, their tiny heads would explode, and 2, Trump would pee on them.
And so I'm very excited about that.
But Republicans are starting to run from Trump and his slack-jawed army, and when they stop to speak, it's powerful.
Good evening. I have a confession to make. I'm a lifelong Republican. So I feel a little out of place tonight. But I feel more at home here than in today's Republican Party. The grand old party has been kidnapped by extremists and devolved into a cult. The cult of Donald Trump. Trump doesn't know the first thing about public service. Like a child, he acts purely out of self-interest. We all need an adult in the White House. And we've seen what happens when we don't have one.
Now, that, of course, was a Democratic convention. But when people on Fox start praising Obama, you know Trump freaks out.
The common refrain, yes, we can, changed into yes, she can in this hall. Barack Obama essentially showing this crowd why he is still such a star inside the Democratic Party, but perhaps overshadowed by his wife, the former First Lady Michelle Obama, who gave a amazing speech that got this crowd on their feet to say do something in refrain after refrain. She had some tough shots against the former president, but really was a call to action for this Democratic Party to come behind this new ticket, saying America is ready for a new chapter.
Absolutely, Brett. She said hope is making a comeback.
Oh, that has to hurt Tiny Fingers. He can feel it all slipping away. And while the Democrats were ridiculing him, he was on TikTok doing this.
We're a nation in decline. Nobody is safe. Absolutely nobody. We're going to be a strong nation again. We're going to be a safe nation again. This is safe.
But back to Fox as they try and balance their Trump audience with telling the truth. Again, it's the Prince of Darkness extolling the virtues of Trump's greatest enemy.
Listen to what Michelle Obama had to say last night. Roll it.
If we see a
got to put down that phone and do something. If we start feeling tired, if we start feeling that dread creeping back in, we got to pick ourselves up, throw water on our face, and what?
That was very well received last night.
Yeah, very
was it effective.
Oh, absolutely. She was the star of the evening.
Yeah, I think so.
Outshone her husband. In fact, I think Doug Emhoff outshone her husband. I thought Doug Emhoff also did an excellent job. Remember, most people don't know a lot about the Vice President of the United States. That's just the nature of the thing.
True.
And so being introduced, here's her husband and tells the funny story about their first date and tells about the blended family. I mean, that humanized her. And I thought Michelle Obama started the evening with a bang. They had a good night last night.
It's true that Trump hates Obama, but I get the feeling Barack is just having fun with him.
Here's a 78-year-old billionaire who has not stopped whining about his problems since he rode down his golden escalator 9 years ago. It has been a constant stream of gripes and grievances that's actually been getting worse now that he's afraid of losing to Kamala. There's the childish nicknames, the crazy conspiracy theories, this weird obsession with crowd sizes.
And that leaves the Fox a ring of racists to do their thing.
There is a weird vibe going on. I can't figure it out. But I will tell you this, Greg. Barack Obama, still the godfather of this machine. He gave us Joe Biden as VP. He gave us Hillary as Secretary of State. Then he cooed Joe, put all his boys with Kamala's team, and had his wingman Holder vet Waltz. Now, the guy's a young 63. He's going to be doing this for the next 25 years. He's definitely going to interfere in this election. That's why we'll be sending Johnny to Hawaii to get the truth about the birth certificate. This time we will dig deep and find out what really happened.
Trump is seeing the same thing we're all seeing. Harris's numbers continue to rise. And the ratings, you know how Tiny Fingers loves ratings, well, they're crushing Trump's party in Milwaukee. But you say, what about J.D. Vance? Can he come to the rescue?
Childless cat ladies.
The Republican Party no longer has a backup plan. Vance is a worthless hump, and everyone else is either a weak sycophant or a collection of spineless hacks. Here's how desperate Trump is.
I like him a lot. I respect him a lot. I probably would if something like that would happen.
And they're reporting that doctors, in a deposition, that RFK said doctors found a worm in his brain that had eaten part of his brain.
Now, if you're a Democrat, stop worrying. RFK is the same guy who denied that vaccines work, who said a worm ate his brain and then killed a bear and planted it in Central Park, and then admitted he has roadkill in his refrigerator. I don't think his voters can even find the polling place, much less vote. Now, as you watch a Democratic convention and you see and hear America's brightest and most articulate share their vision for our future, well, Trump supporters are sharing their vision as well.
You want me to body slam somebody? You want me to body slam Kamala Harris? I said, you want me to body slam Kamala Harris?
That's Trump's good friend Hulk Hogan, who was, of course, the star at the Republican convention. Now he's threatening to attack Kamala Harris. But at the heart of all this is a movement inside Fox and the Republican Party, the party that allowed themselves to be hijacked by a sociopath.
He died like a dog.
Whose rapidly declining mental state is a threat to anyone and everyone near him. And that movement is on fire.
I don't think there's any debating the idea that this is the best economy in the world. We've been adding about 250,000 jobs per month.
The truth is this. There's an exodus from MAGA, and the Democrats can not only feel it, it's palpable. And Trump doesn't know what to do, and he won't listen to anyone who does.
Nobody's ever called me weird. I'm a lot of things, but weird I'm not.
But I say that I am much better looking than her.
Trump says he hates Fox News, and for a growing number of people on Fox, the feeling is mutual.
I'm ready. Let's go.
Damn right.
Trust me.
Shut the f*** up, Don.
Who's with me?
Oh, yeah, the lie.
Indictable.
Out of sheer morbid curiosity, I'm allowing this freak show to continue.
This isn't their Republican Party anymore.
I don't want to talk about this stuff.
Am I wrong?
Damn right.
We're in a lot of trouble, Donnie.
I think he's crazy.
I'm Chip Franklin.